Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today's video is talking about my Atari instruction books and everything that came with Atari back in the days. Every kind of, almost every kind of book that they had, and some of these are instruction books to some of the games I showed on the channel. And so some of these books I don't have the game to them at all. So we'll show you I'll show you all the books I got, and let's see what happens. I got the first book, Breakout, from 1978. Now, this was a game that you just hit the colors and try to clear the round out. Let's see if I got any pictures. Yeah, here we go. Here's a picture of Breakout. And you mostly use the crappy paddle to play this game. And it's kind of a basic book. They didn't have much pictures back in the 70s to show you much of the games. So this is Breakout from 78. And this is a fun game. It's just the paddles is difficult to use. Then we got Space Invaders from 1980. I thought the game came out in the 70s, but the book came out in the 80s. And this is what the game looks like. All you do is shoot the little aliens and do that for every round. And don't get hit with none of the no and don't get hit by the alien rays or whatever. Just use a regular remote control, so that's good. And you get to change the colors and everything on the TV screen with your Atari system. You can change it to blue, I think black and white. They didn't have much colors on the machine. And I'm thinking this must be how you make the game do what you want the game to do. This is a score sheet. And then they tell you how much points everything is worth. Now, this is a fun game. This is a hard game. This is harder just because you have to shoot down the little aliens without getting hit, and it goes so fast. Now we got Circus Atari from 1980, and I'm thinking this is the regular remote control. I could be wrong. No, this is a paddle game. So the terrible paddle you use for this game. Trying to get the pictures clear. And this is a 42-year-old game in a sense because this came out in 1980. And I remember some of the games. If you had beat the whole game, you could you had to take a picture of your score on the TV set, and then you had to mail your score out to the Atari company, and they sent you a patch. And then you would sew the patch onto your jacket and show everyone that you beat the game. We got football for 1979. Let's see if we get some good pictures. Oh, there we go. Now this one used the regular remote control whip. And to me, this game was boring. Of course, I don't really like sports games, but Atari football wasn't that great. But I do have the game in my collection because it was cheap and I had to get that Atari game. ND 500 from 1977. Now this is a kind of a crappy game unless you got somebody playing with you. Let's see if I can show a picture of it. Here we go. It's because this game is kind of like combat, where you can't really do much. But they created this racing car game. The only thing good about the game is the picture at the front cover. But the game itself is terrible. And that's from 1977. Now, bowling from 19. Now, there's always a year, but not on here, it's not. 1978. Now, this was a real fun game. I think I even got, yeah, I do got the game. I used to play this game a lot in second grade because I had an Atari system hooked to a TV. So I used to play this game all the time. When I did good, my reward was to play Atari. And you use the regular remote control for this game. See if we get a picture. Yeah, here we go. A basic picture. And this is kind of the best of the sports games for Atari. It wasn't hard or nothing. The only thing I didn't like was the picture. It didn't look that great. That one's 1979. Oh, yeah, okay. If you think about it, let's do like a little flashback. All these covers, this must have been like a kind of a black box a series. These are all these instruction books are in black. And the bottom one are in white. So I never knew they had different colors. Here's Pac-Man for 1980. Well, I said 1981, but it got released in 1982 for the Atari. And this is a crappy game. Here's some pictures of the wonderful game. Now, the little bit I read about this, they would rush in to get this out for Christmas, and rush they did. They didn't care about the people behind the game, and nobody loved this game at all. All the kids were mad when they got that game. This is a this is a lifetime warranty. This it's not lifetime anymore. I don't think. I think Atari's been going for forever. But if your Atari system had broken and you had this piece of paper, they would fix it for you for free. All along you had the machine. And this was 1982. So this piece of paper is 40 years old. And I don't think my lifetime piece of paper is inactive anymore. And this is an act of it's a no, this is an Activision warranty. So if one of their video games had broken, they would fix it and give you a new one for free. I probably got an Atari lifetime warranty too. So that's just a lifetime warranty for Activision games. That's not that's a receipt. Okay, our next one. This was a winter game book that you would get. I think they would mail these out to you when you signed up for the catalog, 'cause you know what game came out in the winter of 1982. And they made a handful of these books. Let's see what the games are looking like. Like you would get these wonderful games. You would have to wait for them to come out. But what the game was in I think December to winter December 1982. Yeah, see, they even got my two favorite games on there. Let's see. They got Mega Mania Pitfall. Oh, they got Chopper Command, Star Master. I read it backwards, but you can see it forward. I'm just reading backward. That's how it's coming out. They got Stampede with a good one. They got that's Barnstorm. Yeah, so they got a lot of. I got most of the game on Atari already. I didn't have the book. They got boxing was a good game. Tennis was good. Fish and derby. I used to play that in second grade also. Laser blast. I didn't play that until I got my Atari. So they got ski, dragster, Grand Prix, and ice hockey. Now Grand Prix was a fun racing card game. The other skiing was pretty good. It was hard. Then we got bridge and checker. I never played bridge before, and checker. I never played Atari checkers ever. So this is an Activision catalog book for I think December 1982. And here's some more pictures. This is for the television, another game system that was popular back then. The television was just as big as the Ataris, but it had a TV mochacho kind of look to the mochachos to the controllers. And these are the patches I was talking about. That once you beat the score or beat the game, you would take a picture of you beating the game, send it to Atari or to this company, and they would send you a patch. And if you was real good, you got all the patches, and you went to school boasting about them. There's some more of them. Now these patches are just for the game that's shown in the book. And if you had any of these patches growing up, you could leave it in the comments and you could let me know what patches you won. Like I said, I never had any other patches. Yard Revenge from 1982. Now the cover looks real good. The games do not look real good. I'm gonna show you a picture of the game. Okay, this is the only picture they got. But mostly you with that little pink thing in the middle. You had to shoot that orange stuff to get to that green thing in the. And it was it wasn't the best game, but it was okay. Defender for 1982. Now the cover looks good, but the game itself wasn't that great. I think they got some pictures of this night's game. No, that's not a picture. Yeah, here we go. Okay, no, Defender was good, but it was hard. You had to shoot everything back and forth when I'm getting killed, because you only got to play for like 2 seconds at a time. So Defender from 1982. And I'm glad I got pictures. MASH. Let's see if the picture shows up. No, I don't know if this is no, this is the movie MASH. They made a game show, a game after the movie. I hit some pictures. Now, I played this game once or twice and I couldn't figure it out. And then they talk about other games from other movies that I don't have and probably can't find them now. Okay, we got Frogs and Flies from 1982. And mostly just a frog trying to eat flies. Well, here's some better games, or better pictures. And this was a okay game. This was better than most of the other games. And this is from Network. So that's why the cover looked different. But Mattel made this game. Mattel, the Barbie people, Space Attack for 1982 also. So in a sense, these instruction books are 40 years old. And for the fun of the game, everything was nice and big so you can see it. You think back then they didn't play. They made everything seeable. Now we got another catalog book, the Atari catalog book, to show you everything that Atari made back in 1981. Let's see what they made back then. Uh, Here are the systems, the TV, the games, the vocal shows and stuff. Now I don't have this. I don't have these vocal shows. I don't know what they do or did. Okay, here's Astros. This was a fun game, and it's coming soon. It says, but it came out already. Cause that game came out in 1979. Here is Mission Control. Mission Control was difficult. Here's Space Invaders, and somehow when it says coming out soon, this already came out because this book was 1981, and the book I showed you was 1979. There's Superman from 1979. Now that was a terrible game. They rushed this game so terrible that nobody liked that game at all. Even when it first came out, people hated it. Tic Tac Toe and Backgammon. I don't know. I never played none of these games before. You got Breakout, Casino. Yeah, Breakout and Casino. They got a lot of other games in here too. They got soccer. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you the whole book because there's so much. But that's a catalog book of all the games they had created. All 43 games they created by the time 1981 came around. Then they made comic books. I don't know how many comic books they made, but here's one of them from 1982. And this book is kind of old and the cover is taken off. And let's see, this is the second one. And this was called Action Force. This is from 19. Kind of hard when you got a cover to it. But looks pretty good. I think it's from 82 also. They should release these books in order to you can buy the whole collection in some kind of hardcover. Here's another category book with 45 games in it from 1981. They kept releasing catalog books for the parents. Like, here's some games. Pick the middle page. And all these games came out in the 70s or the 70s or 80s. So this is the second catalog book for Atari. This is Graduate. Now the arcade in the Nintendo version looks real good. Okay, here this book. So when did the book come out? Okay, 1988. Okay, this is a reprint of the instruction book. And when they reprinted the books out, they didn't add no pictures really. It's the only picture in the whole book. That book is all words. That's they got cheap. By that time, by 1988, kind of Nintendo was out. So yeah, you had the Nintendo, you had the Sega Master System. See, you didn't have Sega yet, because that was 1989. You didn't have Game Boy. The multi Nintendo and Sega Master System was the biggest machine. And by this time, you had the Atari 7800 that had pretty good games on it. So Atari was kind of not far back then. There's another catalog from 1980. So this is a 1980 catalog. Now I'll just flip through the middle of the book. Okay. Hit bowling and street race. And I guess the D game came out in the 70s. They're just trying to get people to remember them. Here's some more hit basketball. And whatever that says. Knight Rider. And back then you had to use your imagination. Hit another catalog from 1978, April. This is April of 78. I'll just go in the middle of the book. This is Space War. Yeah, the Space War was like combat. Yeah, all the games were kind of like combat. We didn't have two people playing with you. You couldn't play the game. His Outlaw and base in a baseball game. So this is for 1978. Okay, here's an Activision catalog, summer of 1982. Okay, this should be interesting. There you got kind of the same pictures. I think they are the same picture, but this is just the summertime. Yeah, they're all the same picture. It's nothing different about this book. So that's the summer catalog. Demon Attack. Now the cover looks real great and everything. Now do the pictures look great? Here we go, picture. Well, surprisingly, it don't look that bad. 1982. Now these are iMagic games. So the cover looks real good. Hit Tower Inferno. See if I got any other pictures in here. Oh, here's what it looks like when you get inside the building. This is from 1982. So it took 8 years for them to make a video game after the movie. Yeah, Donkey Kong. Here's a picture of the video game. And this came out in 1981, but got released in 1982 by this company. What is this? Okay, here's a contest from the match game. Now it looks like, let's see what that says. So it seemed like if you could make a video game and it was real nice and you were the number one person, they would give you all these free. They would give you money and some VCR tapes and stuff. Yes, you would get these nice prizes. You got a I think you got a Commodore 64. Oh, what that says. Oh, it's 400 Texas Instrument computer. You get 25,000. You get a bunch of Atari games, or a bunch of games for that computer. You get some good prizes if you can invent your own game. Okay. This is from 1983. Now here's another catalog book from 1983. This is the Fall and Winter book of Activision. Okay, this is a big old, this is easier. These are all the games that came out in the fall and winter of 1983. You had Crackpot, Robot Tinks, Frostbite. I can't read the rest because it's too far away. And here's some more games. There's 1983 we are in now. Is Junior Pac-Man. Now this was a little harder than the regular Pac-Man. This is from 1986. I think this is a reprint because the game came out in 1984. So this is a reprint of the game. There's no pictures. Tennis. The instruction book from 1981. And I brave. Don't show you too many pictures. But this is tennis. Here, Laser Blaster for 1981. Okay, this has a picture to it. Here's the Grand Prix. Now, this was a fun game for 1982. All these small pictures. And you just keep moving the car until you get to the end of the round when I'm getting crushed by the cars. Here's another game, Freeway. This is a chicken game. The chicken fly across the road, 1981. It's like a rip-off Frogger game, but worse. Mega Mania. This is my favorite game. Now, you saw me play this on the channel last year. You're just Star Trek trying to shoot the little spaceships. Stampede from 1981. Well, in this game, you just collect all the horses and all the bulls, and not let one disappear. We're almost done. Kaboom. A game where you try to collect all the bombs without letting one go. 1981. Brain Barnstorm. Yeah, I'm trying to speed this thing up so it don't be a super long video. You just a little air thing trying to go for the barns when all crashing. From 1982. Chopper Command from 1982. You just an airplane shooting everything. Okay, Star Master. They spent their money on this thing from 1982. Now on the back of these things, they got the game designer and the man who made the game. Oh, this got two pictures, but this guy was nicer. And this is a easier game to play for 1982. Kangaroo for 1983. This is more like a Donkey Kong. Oops. There's a kangaroo trying to save the. Yeah, I think you're the mother trying to save the son. Ventura. No, this was a crappy game, but the cover looked good. Oh, they got a lifetime warranty for the game. Too bad this life a 90-day warranty. My 90 days been up a long time ago. That's what the game looked like. It's a terrible game from 1987. Now, I'm thinking the book came out in 1987. But we got so many books to show you. What I'm going to show you is just the picture of the book to get this done faster. Hit Jungle Hunt for 1987. These are all reprints. Combat from 1977. This is original. Asteroids for 1979. Berserk for 1982. I think I can show you this picture. We talked about it on the channel. This looks like this. You're just trying to destroy robots and and you go up and down in a maze. Demon to Diamond. This game used the paddle. So if you bought this game, you would need the paddle stick to play it. Mission Control from 1981. Vanguard. Now this game, I talked about this game a couple of days ago and didn't know what the game looked like. And now we get a picture of the game. And I have no clue what you do in the game. But here's some nice pictures. These pictures look like they were smoking something when they made these games. Mario. This is the first Mario game. You know, okay, no pictures of Mario. Okay. Yeah, there's no pictures. But this is a reprint of the this is a 1983 reprint that was made in 1988. Then when they reprinted stuff, they took the pictures out. Miss Pac-Man from 82. Got like three more books to show you. Here, pole position. This is a 1987 reprint with no pictures. Here is Video Pinball for 1986. Oh, he's got pictures. This came out in 1981, I think, or 19. It came out in the early 80s. Here's. Okay, let's do this one. This Gilbert. No pictures. Here's the Gilbert instruction book. Here's Spider-Man I just dropped on the floor. And okay, here we go. Got the pictures. Like I say, you just climb up the building and not get knocked off. And on the top, you fight the Green Goblin. This is from 1983. So this would release a year later, and this was made in 1983. And Frogger. Okay, here's some video of it. Okay, here's some pictures off the cover. Now these books are old and falling apart. But this is the original cover, to a sense. And now here's the original Atari instruction book for 1978. This is a book that would have came with your video game system if when you bought it brand new. And it showed you how to hook up everything. And when you bought it brand new, it came with combat. And it's how you hooked it up back in the days. Because they didn't have cable hooked up in the back of the TV back then. So you had to have that funny looking thing to hook the TV up. And it showed you how to hook up everything. So this is the original book for Atari 2600. So that would every booklet that I have and a little bit extra for the Atari 2600. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. We'll have another video coming out real soon.